Wow, what a massive week of crypto news that was dropped all over, with Avalanche banging out announcement after announcement. We also saw AVAX making some moves on the charts. So let's jump in with my update on everything that happened in the Avalanche ecosystem. My name is DeFi Sai. I create content on crypto, blockchain, Web3 and other areas. And of course, Avalanche, as I am a member of Avalanche Team 1 and I do focus on keeping you up to date and also keeping you educated on what's going on in the crypto space. So do jump on, like and subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all the socials, etc. and I will keep you updated. So let's start with a quick look at price action. Bitcoin is at $112,814. It was over $117,000 a few days ago, so it's been dropping a lot. There's also been a huge amount of longs flushed out. It fell to 110,000 just over, and it's currently at 113,000. The past 12 hours saw $513 million in crypto liquidations, with $224 million in Bitcoin alone. AVAX is at $25.35 at the moment. We did push up towards $27 at one point. Now what's super interesting here is that AVAX has held pretty strong even during Bitcoin crashing. This is good to see, and hopefully a sign of a bit of decoupling, with AVAX forming its own price patterns now. This is highlighted by some nice green action on the AVAX Bitcoin pairing chart. If you take a look across the Avalanche ecosystem for memes and more, it's actually looking pretty red out there. But hopefully this week we will see these catch up to AVAX and get pulled upwards. Now I do get all my charts etc on the screen from CoinGecko, so you can track crypto prices on the CoinGecko app or download the CoinGecko app there. I'll add all the links at the end and also in the comments and description, so you can jump on and get your own charts depending on where you're watching. Now we always like to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, which is currently bang on 58%. Now is this going to continue falling and give us more signs that altcoins are going to run? Let's watch. There's a lot of eyes on what ETH is doing right now as it's pushing on, making all-time highs, so that can be signalling the time for the major alts like AVAX to start running, especially considering the absolute flood of news we're seeing coming out from Avalanche right now. So buckle up, strap in, get locked on. Here we go with this week's news and announcements. Big news this week was Wyoming's frontier stablecoin, or FRNT, launching on Avalanche. Now it's already got a real world use case. Through Rain's Visa integration, FRNT will soon be spendable anywhere Visa is accepted, in stores, online, even through Apple and Google Pay. So what is FRNT? It's a stablecoin, which is basically digital cash on the blockchain that's always worth $1. Now, unlike Bitcoin or meme coins that can go up and down in price, stablecoins stay stable. FRNT is backed by US Treasuries and dollars with a legally required 102% reserve. In simple terms, every FRNT is fully backed and audited by the state of Wyoming. So let's have a look in more detail. Now, FRNT is the first US state-issued stablecoin. It's not a startup experiment, but a government-backed financial instrument. Now, before launch, Wyoming tested FRNT in real-world crypto payments. Contractor payouts that usually take 45 days were settled in seconds on Avalanche. That's programmable finance in action, and it sets a new benchmark for government to business payments. Now, why Wyoming? Now, Wyoming as a state has been the most crypto-friendly in the US, passing over 45 blockchain laws in 2016. This legal framework made its groundbreaking projects like FRNT possible. So, for Avalanche, this is huge. FRNT is showing Avalanche isn't just about DeFis, NFTs, meme coins or gaming. It's now powering real-world government-grade finance. With Visa integration, Avalanche transactions are moving straight into everyday commerce. You're looking at programmable money becoming real-world money, and Avalanche is the blockchain that's making it possible. Toyota on Avalanche. Now, Toyota Blockchain Lab, which is part of the Toyota Group, has built a prototype for vehicle finance and mobility on Avalanche. It's another major enterprise exploring Avalanche for real-world use cases. So what does this actually mean in real terms? Now, if you think about everything around owning a car or financing a car, things like getting a loan, leasing, insurance, even mobility services like ride sharing, right now, these are slow, fragmented and full of middlemen and paper-based. Toyota is experimenting with blockchain to make these processes faster, more transparent and more efficiently, and they chose Avalanche as the platform to test it. So here's why this matters. Now, on most EVM chains you get your one layer one, everything built on that. On Avalanche you can launch infinite custom layer ones, all interoperable, all with sub-second finality, and that's exactly the kind of architecture that industries like mobility and finance need. The ability to run tailored blockchains that still connect seamlessly. Avalanche already powers things like tokenized money market funds, private credit equities and over $6 billion in on-chain loans. Now, Toyota Blockchain Lab is showing how that same design can transform something that everyday people use like vehicle finance and mobility services. AVALabs also provided technical advisory for Toyota's new tech paper, which lays out the vision for how blockchain can reshape the mobility sector. So again, this is massive for Avalanche because it's yet more validation of Avalanche's technology, and they could have chosen any chain, but they went with Avalanche because of its unique multi-layer one design, making it the best. We also saw 300 million in RWAs real-world assets tokenized on Avalanche, another big milestone for Avalanche. 100 million more in real-world assets being tokenized. This time, it's from SkyBridge Capital, founded by Anthony Scaramucci, which is bringing its flagship hedge funds on-chain with Tokeny Solutions and Apex Group. So what does this actually mean? If you think of tokenization like turning a traditional investment, say a hedge fund, a stock, or even real estate, into a digital token on the blockchain, it makes it easy to invest, trade, and manage, all whilst keeping all the security and oversight that institutions require. In simple terms, it's like Wall Street meeting Web3. So if we look at this in more detail, SkyBridge is a leading global alternatives manager. It's connected to pensions, sovereign wealth funds, and family offices. Now, by using Tokenized ERC-3643 as a standard and Apex Group's digital infrastructure, they're covering the full life cycle of investment from creation to issuance to administration and distribution. It's all on Avalanche, and yet again, it's all part of that broader trend that Avalanche already powers with tokenized money market funds, private equity, credit, stocks, etc. And now hedge funds are joining that list. So we can see tokenization Avalanche isn't about digital wrappers, it's opening new distribution channels and making financial product programmable, meaning funds can be structured, managed, and even automated in ways that weren't possible before. So yet again, it's another example of Avalanche becoming the hub for these tokenized real-world assets that real people are using and interacting with daily. Now there's a whole bunch more of announcements, so let's have a quick look at all the rest of the updates, a little bit of a bulletin on the Avalanche ecosystem. Japan's yen-backed stablecoin. So big news from Japan, JPYC has just received regulatory approval as the first licensed platform that's able to issue yen-backed stablecoins one-on-one. JPYC will launch an Avalanche alongside Ethereum and Polygon, bringing regulated on-chain yen to cross-border payments, DeFi, and digital commerce. Another massive step for Avalanche in Japan's growing digital market. Bowmore tokenized whiskey. Now, aged whiskey kind of met new tech this week. Bowmore, one of Scotland's oldest distilleries, is launching its first ever line of tokenized whiskey bottles on Avalanche. Each bottle comes with an NFT for verifiable ownership and NFC authentication, making luxury goods transparent and tamper-proof. The collection launches September 30th at Token 2049 in Singapore. Zyra Chain had a testnet launch. So welcome to the testnet Zyra Chain. It's a new modular layer 1 built on Avalanche and powered by AvaCloud. With compliance zone and on-chain legal registry and cross-jurisdiction routing, Zyra Chain is designed for secure large-scale asset tokenization across regions. We saw some health data and carbon markets going on-chain. Aperion and Triangle Digital are launching a global initiative on Avalanche to tokenize health data monetization and carbon offset markets. So yet again, there's lots of massive stories coming out, which is all one theme. Avalanche is where real-world innovation is meeting the blockchain and going on-chain. From regulated stablecoins to luxury whiskey, there's new layer 1s popping up everywhere. Projects are all sustainable, and Avalanche is proving that it can power finance, culture, infrastructure, and impact at scale. What I also noticed and really like to support the fact that more and more businesses are moving on chain and Avalanche is making it easier than ever. They've just released a new playbook, which is called How Blockchain Transforms Business. It's a simple, practical guide with real world examples. It's myth busting and clear steps for companies to get started. So things from like state issued stablecoins to Toyota's finance prototype and institutional funds, we're already seeing this adoption on Avalanche, and with resources like this, it's only going to accelerate. So this is what you love to see. And like I said, initiatives like this where Avalanche are encouraging businesses to get on chain is helping them reach the goal of tokenizing everything. That all links nicely into this clip. I also really enjoyed this short clip. Now it's John Nahas, who's the Chief Business Officer at AVALabs, who's talking about how general purpose L1s won't carry tokenization forward, how it will take purpose-built chains, jurisdictional compliance, asset-specific chains with interoperability to bring cash and assets together. As John explains in this video, Avalanche isn't just one chain, it's built so businesses and governments can create purpose-built blockchains for real-world assets. And that's why we are seeing so many of these real-world use cases land on here. I'll add the link to this little clip in the comments and description so that you can watch it, as it really explains well. I did also do a full deep dive look at how the way Avalanche is built makes it the best chain for this. So I'll also link to that video in the comments too, or if you're on my YouTube now, it should be popping up at the top now. So all of this is helping us see some more impressive numbers posted. This tweet from Joey, the BD at AVALabs Corp AI, is saying that Avalanche should just hit another major milestone. As of today, the ecosystem has surpassed a cumulative 4 billion transactions. That's one transaction for half of the Earth's population. He also goes on to talk about how Avalanche's goal is to eventually touch the life of every person on Earth in some way, shape or form. So whether it's to directly integrate with your everyday life or to run seamlessly in background, we want to be part of the world. Adoption has no limits and it's here to stay, which is exactly a lot of something I always talk about, which is how blockchain technology can be used to make everybody's lives better with what they're interacting with daily, making everything work better for them, and all built on chain and built on Avalanche. Well, that's it from what was a massive week on Avalanche. So let's take a quick look at the week ahead. What are my predictions now? I'm expecting to see yet more announcements of big partnerships from Avalanche. I do feel like we're kind of building up to an absolute game-changing announcement from Avalanche. What exactly? I don't know, but I just feel like something big is coming. Now, this all should hopefully see a continuation of some good price action for AVAX, hoping to see number go up, and I'm loving to see this start to trickle down into the rest of the ecosystem. We've also got the first node license sale powered by AVACloud, which is going live on Warp Chain. Hope you've enjoyed this video. My name is DeFi Sai. Like I said, I create content all around crypto, blockchain, Web3, other things, and of course Avalanche. So do jump on, like and subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all the socials, etc., and I will keep you updated.